迎收睇我哋嘅三藩市市長候選人選舉。Sitting next to me is our mayor candidate, Lee Zhou. Hello, Ellen.
Good morning.
Earlier, we asked you to show us a place that can represent you the most, and you picked Chinatown. So can you share some story between you and Chinatown?
I came to San Francisco, my first place, my first home in United States. It's Chinatown. Pretty much live and raised since 1986. Since then, I have been coming to Chinatown every Sunday.
You say you came to San Francisco, so do you mind sharing us where you were born and raised and your experience?
I was born and raised before I was in high school. I was in Taishan. Then we moved to Guangzhou. My whole family moved to Guangzhou. Then in 1986, my whole family moved to San Francisco.
So now you're running for the mayor. What's the awakening point that you want to get involved in the politics?
To tell you the truth, I have never thought about running for any public position. That is not my cup of tea. I am not into politics. I was nominated by the Coalition of San Francisco Good Neighborhoods. The reason I was nominated because we have a group that we organize from 11 districts in San Francisco. So San Francisco, we had approximately 900,000. We have 35% Asian people. Within the Asian population, Chinese is the highest population. So in 2017, we had approximately 20 public hearings on no recreational cannabis next to any facility that serve minors or next to any residential areas that opposed. Unfortunately, we were not respected. And so that was why I was nominated by this group, the 11 District Coalition, to run for mayor. Even I will be, or maybe, elected as mayor, I will not be a politician. A politician is working to gain their own power, his power or her power. But I'm a social worker. I will be a social worker mayor to build a San Francisco that is good for San Franciscans and for people who really appreciate a quality of life in San Francisco.
So before you file for the running, so what do you consider during those few days?
Oh, at first I said, OMG, I am not that crazy because in the past I have helped a lot of politicians, into office by being a volunteer, like phone bank, piecing, talk to people. But I can stand up and say what you want me to say it. I can as a leader to put my face out there, but then I don't have $6,500 for the application. For us to run for mayor, the first thing they require is an application with $6,500. But anyway, we had a team and who came up with the idea, so I stood up and I have been trying my best to do the best.
What do you think is the biggest concern or difficulty of the Chinese community, and what do you want to do to improve it?
So we have 8 candidates. I'm only Chinese. I'm the only Chinese represent the Chinese population. Like I said earlier, we are 35% in San Francisco, and our property ownership is 35%. The biggest concern that I run into as a mayor candidate, number one, it's bullying, 俾人欺凌, because it's very simple. I'm a grassroots. I don't have a lot of money out there. I don't have a lot of support like the 4 people you keep saying on the mainstream American news. And to me, it's like bullying, discrimination, and it's election corruption. To me, I kind of expected that because I have seen it happen. I was seeing experience from other people. So to me, I'm not surprised for what I've been going through. The question to you is what do I see from the Chinese community? We are not political, so into political. We want someone else to do it and to listen to what we said. But we are not into an office to really advocate for what we believe, and that's what I see. And that's one point. The other point I see is as Chinese candidate, I feel pretty put down because we have so many different Chinese. The most difficult part that I've seen is that we are not united. Chinese are not able to stand up as one group. Enough of many of those sick issues. We got car break-ins every day. We got property crimes every day. We got needles on a lot of streets every day. We got a lot of politicians who are in office abusing their power. A lot of people, they work hard in the city, but they are not able to afford to pay, okay? A lot of teachers, they work real hard. They're not able to pay. A lot of workers have families, they're not able to pay. But yet, we are working class. I am one of the working class. My husband and I have 2 kids. My son is 20 years old and my daughter is 18. They're both in college. We are working paycheck to paycheck. It's because we are too expensive. When I say we, means the working class. But the other people who have money, they get richer. The more money they have, the more money they will make. The people like us, we are struggling to survive. And many people feel like I feel. 1986年嚟到依家32年，我做政府工做咗差唔多15年，我係做三藩市公共衛生局，我係做心理輔導嘅。咁啊做心理輔導見嘅案件咧，我都係解決問題嘅啫。我個職業就幫人解決問題啦，自殺啦、謀殺啦、開車俾人吊銷牌照啦、吸毒啦咁啊等等。So the things I do for public health, it's helping people to rehab, to feel good, to feel better, and to get away from trouble. Yet, a lot of things we see in the community, in City Hall, is not what we want. Otherwise, we will not see all these problems that we are seeing today in San Francisco.
You talk about so many crises. If you're elected, what will be your first thing to tackle with?
Okay, so if you talk to all 8 candidates, they will talk about pretty much 5 items. Common sense. San Francisco, we have crisis with car break-in. It's a pandemic. It's a no-end issue. We have housing crisis, no-end issue. Those are crises. And we have property crimes that target to a lot of different people. Those are like no-brainer issues. And no matter who the mayor will be or who's going to be elected, they have to face those crises. Transportation, it's very condensed. We have approximately 10,000 cars. There's no place to park, absolutely no place to park. The other one is the poor, the rich, and the sick, and the homeless. We are not even able to balance because of the struggling we have. So the top 3 questions that I want to tackle is number 1, drug abuse. We have approximately 10,000 homeless living on the street. Okay? A lot of people die on the street. Public health is the department picking up their dead body. Okay? You might not see it in the news. 60% of the homeless people, they are on some kind of drugs, either illegal, prescription, substance. Those 60% of the homeless, they need to be treated as patients. The other 10 to 15% homeless, they are working class. They work. They actually had a job. They have no choice but to sleep on the street, temporarily. Now, the other homeless that we are accounted for, they are called professional homeless. They chose to be homeless. They are from other cities. They come and take the local resources. In another word, we, the San Franciscans, resources has been abused by other non-San Franciscans came in here to abuse our public services. I am the only candidate and say no to new taxes. Homeless is not allowed in San Francisco. That's how you end homeless. Otherwise, homeless will continue to expand. 然後咧，俾佢哋有 detention treatment， 俾佢哋有戒毒啦、戒酒啦、戒佢個非法嗰啲藥物嘅禁品啦，然後將嗰啲10到15% 嗰啲人啊，係真係俾工佢哋做，因為佢哋本身做緊工，係俾佢哋咧 housing affordable housing。另外嗰啲咧，其他嗰啲城市走過嚟濫用我哋啲資源嘅咧， 踢翻佢哋翻去邊度嚟就走翻去邊度。所以咧，我知道要解決呢啲問題，首先係法律嘅改變。如果法律唔改變咧，呢個無家可歸，加上我哋係庇護城市咧，係沒完沒了嘅。我哋嘅問題咧都會越嚟越大，越嚟越大，唔會解決嘅。
Besides you, who will you want to vote for the mayor?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we have 8 candidates right now. I'm one of the 8. If I am not running, but who will I vote for my priority, right? So of course, I vote for myself, and my second choice will be Angela Aliauto. The reason is that I have respect for her. I have respect for her justice. I respect her family, the history for the contribution of San Francisco. And I also believe that Angela Aliauto.
Okay, thank you. So today we have Lee Zhou as our guest. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our mayor candidate of San Francisco.
Thank you.